What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about when we will see God of War Ragnarok again. Now, I bring this video up, or the creation of this video, because of the rumored PlayStation Showcase. Now, I seem to be kind of the only one talking about it anymore, and that's okay. That's okay. But remember going into March was supposed to be the month, again, from these industry insiders, some of them, not all of them, that this was going to be the month that we get a big PlayStation Showcase, right? That it would maybe be towards the end of the month, or there'd be a state of play early, and then the PlayStation Showcase, and then there was rumors that would maybe get delayed till April. So I guess it's technically still possible, right? We're not out of the woods in that scenario yet. And we did get stuff in March. We got the state of play, which was very Japanese centric, okay? And then we had the Hogwarts Legacy exclusive one, my personal favorite, but it is what it is, right? And we're left now, and again, this is not like a huge negative. This is more just like inquiring, because as I've said before, and really things haven't changed, Sony has a lot to show, right? I was saying that going into March. I think I made a video saying a March PlayStation Showcase, like why it makes sense. There was a video along that line, and that's kind of what I said, right? You have like the Sly Cooper game. Now maybe they're waiting till the second half of the year. You have the rumors of Resident Evil 4, which isn't PlayStation specific, but you can include third parties, obviously, because of Hogwarts Legacy, right? And you have things like Spider-Man, Wolverine, God of War being a very concrete one that is supposed to release this year. You have PSVR 2, you have Final Fantasy 16, I mean, you have Pragmata. I can go down the list forever. The Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer, or The Last of Us multiplayer in general. I mean, it literally doesn't end, and none of those things changed at all. You know, like that's kind of why I bring this video up, right? None of those things changed throughout the month of March. None of that was answered. And specifically for God of War, right? Why do I make that the central topic? Well, that's that concrete one. So yes, The Last of Us multiplayer, should that release this year? Probably. Okay, it's about time we get that. But for God of War, it's like, well, we know it's real. We've seen it. It hasn't been that long since we've seen it, right? We literally just saw it, second half of last year, about 4.5 minutes, and it looks phenomenal. We just had Horizon. We just had all these exclusive games come out in January, February, March for PlayStation. And I'm not demanding, by the way, God of War next week. I'm not demanding God of War next month, but, it's been in the air of when we're getting this game. Some people have suggested June, and June makes sense. I've always, my personal prediction is the fall. I've been saying that. I'm going to kind of stick with it, and God, I hope I'm wrong, and maybe I will be. In fact, I actually really hope I'm wrong, right? That we could get this game in June, or if not, again, September, October, November, any of those months are totally fine. So but no matter what, right? All those months still lie in 2022, and I think it's kind of time that we go all in with this game. Specifically even because and I don't want to say this in like a negative way, because there's nothing else. Now there's like Forspoken, right? That's in October. Like there's Stray, which is a game I'm kind of into, Little Devil Inside. I'm not saying games don't exist, okay? But again, in terms of concrete, big things, the next one, factually, I think, is God of War Ragnarok. You could argue Forspoken, but also if you put them in like a head-to-head battle, which one would you say is bigger, right? God of War. So you have that. Again, like PSVR 2 is gigantic. Obviously, Sony should probably do a state of play or a PlayStation Showcase just on, which I think they will, PSVR 2. But that's not God of War, right? Again, like Sly Cooper, that's a big one for me, for a pretty good amount of people, but that's not God of War. And also, it's not real in the sense of it's rumored, and I obviously believe it, but it's not announced yet, right? The Last of Us multiplayer, that'll be big. Will probably come out on PC day one. Like, it's gonna be a big thing, not just PlayStation, right? But again, it's not like officially out there. God of War is. So I don't, that kind of like leads me to like a standstill, right? It's like I don't really know where to even go with that. I would think you would start to put some stuff in God of War. I mean, again, like I just said, Horizon's done. I love Horizon, but Horizon is out and it's over. Now, there'll probably be DLC, but in terms of your next juggernaut game, a game that would sell consoles, a game that pushes, the boundaries and all that kind of stuff, that's God of War, and that's your next one. You don't have another one like that really in the entire year. That's still to come in the rest of 2022. So I would imagine that's next up. Now, does that mean April? Maybe. Does that mean May? I really think it's just when they do that PlayStation Showcase, because I still believe that the PlayStation Showcase is going to happen. I think it kind of has to, right? Whether it's been delayed or whether it never existed in the first place and it was just a lie told to us by a couple people, which, by the way, I don't necessarily think that. I actually do probably think that it is a real thing that maybe it's just had issues and just been kind of pushed a little bit. I kind of do believe that because it's about time. Like we're getting there where we kind of do need to see it, and I think a PlayStation Showcase would be a great thing to do. And really, they should. If I was PlayStation, this is kind of what I would do. You do smaller things for individual things, right? So like a Japanese-centric thing. Doesn't have to be at a PlayStation Showcase. Do it for State of Play. Hogwarts Legacy, fine. Pick these third-party games. Do a 15-minute, presentation on them. That's awesome. I love, not just because of Hogwarts Legacy, but the idea of that. I really like the idea. But you also should have probably 2 big 30, 40-minute shows a year, 2 of them, one in the first half, one in the second half, where you just say, all right, game on. Here's our exclusives. Here's stuff coming out this year. Here's early looks at stuff comes out next year. Maybe even here's some looks at things that are years away, and we're just going to give you like the title or something, right? That's really a recipe for success. And because they have like 5,000 things they still need to announce, I think it makes sense that we get one pretty soon. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. If you want to follow me anywhere else, all of my social media, including our Patreon and YouTube memberships, are in the description below. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.